If Africa is to choose a united Africa president, these are the top 13 candidates, and number 1 will shock you. What if Africa had one ballot, one leader, one voice, one vote? Who would rise above borders, tribes, and politics to lead 1.4 billion people into a new era? This is no fantasy. It's a thought experiment with power, because who we imagine today can become reality tomorrow. Welcome to AfroRizeTV. This is Africa Insider, Africa Unfiltered. Today we unveil the top 10 individuals most qualified to lead a United States of Africa. And trust us, number 1 will leave you stunned. This is about vision, track record, integrity, charisma, African pride.
The need for a continental leader. Africa is a paradox. We are the youngest, richest continent in potential, and yet we remain divided by borders drawn by colonizers, economies tethered to Europe, and politics riddled with corruption. Africa suffers from fragmentation. Borders drawn by colonizers, clashing currencies, disconnected economies. Imagine the power of Pan-African unity, a continent that trades within itself, speaks with one voice at the UN, and protects its people as one. We dream of a federation, speaking with one voice, producing within itself, defending as one. But no dream ever lived without leadership, a visionary president for all of Africa. So let's meet those who might answer the call.
Number 13, Abiy Ahmed, Prime Minister of Ethiopia. Credentials: Prime Minister of Ethiopia 2018 to present. Nobel Peace Prize Laureate 2019. Military intelligence officer turned reformist. Achievements: brokered peace with Eritrea after 20 years of hostility. Opened Ethiopia's political space with reforms and women-led appointments. Pushed for national digital ID and telecom liberalization. Why he qualifies? Abiy rose as a symbol of hope and transformation. Though his leadership has been tested by conflict, his early reforms and continental diplomatic efforts still resonate. Many Africans view him as someone with the vision and courage to attempt real change against deep-rooted odds. Number 12, Patrice Motsepe, CAF President and business leader, South Africa. Credentials: President of Confederation of African Football, founder of African Rainbow Minerals, philanthropist and Mandela Foundation patron. Achievements: pioneered Black economic empowerment through inclusive business models. Mobilized Pan-African investments in youth football and sports development. Trusted corporate leader with political neutrality. Why he qualifies? Motsepe garners respect across borders, a billionaire businessman who lives modestly and gives generously. His leadership is grounded in empowerment, not ego. As CAF president, he transcends national interests, connecting the continent through a shared love for football and unity. Number 11, Mo Ibrahim, entrepreneur and governance advocate, Sudan, UK. Credentials: founder of Celtel, mobile telecom pioneer in Africa. Founder of Mo Ibrahim Foundation, global voice for governance, accountability, and transparency. Achievements: created one of Africa's earliest mobile giants, fostering digital inclusion. Established the Mo Ibrahim Prize, the largest award for African leadership. Conducts the most trusted index on governance in Africa. Why he qualifies? Mo Ibrahim is not just an entrepreneur, he's a moral compass. Though not a politician, his influence as a thinker and reformer is unmatched. Many see him as the conscience of African leadership, an elder who commands respect without ever holding office.
Number 10, Aliko Dangote, industrialist, Nigeria. Credentials: founder and CEO of Dangote Group, Africa's richest man. Developer, of the largest oil refinery in Africa. Achievements: built continent-spanning infrastructure in cement, sugar, and salt. Constructed Africa's largest single-train refinery. Provided thousands of jobs and championed Pan-African trade. Why he qualifies. Dangote is a self-made industrialist whose name symbolizes African excellence. His factories are in your country, his cement in your city. His wealth isn't just personal, it's structural. Many Africans admire him as proof that African economies can rise from within.
Number 9. Peter Obi, political economist, Nigeria. Credentials: former governor of Anambra State, presidential candidate 2023, chartered accountant and business executive. Achievements: managed state resources with integrity and surplus, became a symbol of accountability and youth awakening in Nigeria, championed education, SME growth, and anti-corruption. Why he qualifies. Obi is a data-driven reformer whose calm, modest style has sparked a generational movement. Across Africa, youth connect with his message of transparency, efficiency, and hope. He speaks the language of policy, but listens with the heart of the...
Number 8. Bassirou Diomaye Faye, President of Senegal. Credentials: President of Senegal, elected 2024. Co-founder of PASTEF with Ousmane Sonko. Anti-corruption crusader and sovereignty advocate. Achievements: won a revolutionary election while imprisoned. Represents democratic resilience and Pan-African ambition. Champions economic sovereignty and CFA franc reform. Why he qualifies? Faye's rise is emotional. He didn't just win power, he earned a people's revolution. Across Africa, youth see themselves in him, defiant, intelligent, determined. He is not just a president, he's a story of redemption, resilience, and rebirth.
Number 7. William Ruto, President of Kenya. Credentials: President of Kenya, former Deputy President and Agriculture Minister, economist, and youth-focused reformist. Achievements: launched the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, promoted affordable housing, universal healthcare, and job creation, spearheaded green and digital economy initiatives. Why he qualifies? Ruto combines street credibility with economic strategy. A hustler-in-chief who rose from poverty to the presidency, he resonates with many Africans struggling to rise. His faith in Africa's youth and digital future makes him a compelling voice for continental leadership.
Number 6. Cyril Ramaphosa, President of South Africa. Credentials: President of South Africa. Key figure in post-apartheid negotiations. Former chair of the African Union. Achievements: negotiated South Africa's peaceful transition to democracy. Strengthened economic diplomacy within SADC and the African Union. Oversaw major health and economic reforms during COVID-19. Why he qualifies? Ramaphosa is a bridge between Africa's liberation past and its digital future. Calm, strategic, and experienced, he earns respect across political divides. As AU chair, he pushed for vaccines, trade, and peace, acting not for South Africa, but for all.
Number 6. Dr. Rania Al-Mashat, Egypt. Credentials: Egypt's Minister of International Cooperation, former Minister of Tourism, former IMF senior economist in Washington. Key achievements: architected Egypt's National Development Partnership strategy with over 70 international partners. Repositioned Egypt's tourism economy using the People and Places strategy. Led climate and finance diplomacy for COP27. Why she qualifies:
Dr. Alma Shad is a technocrat with elite global experience. She blends diplomacy, sustainable finance, and national transformation with strategic finesse. She's respected across North Africa and seen as a unifier with global insight and regional strength.
Number 5. Amina J. Mohammed, Deputy UN Secretary General, Nigeria. Credentials: Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, former Nigerian Minister of Environment, lead architect of the SDGs, UN Sustainable Development Goals. Achievements: spearheaded the Global 2030 Agenda, advocated for African women, youth, and climate equity, represents Africa on the world stage with moral clarity and technical mastery. Why she qualifies: Amina is the global face of African sustainability. She's diplomatic yet principled, inclusive yet exacting. Her leadership embodies what Africa must become: fair, future-focused, and globally respected.
Number 4. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Director General, WTO, Nigeria. Credentials: Director General of the World Trade Organization, former Finance Minister of Nigeria, former Managing Director, World Bank. Achievements: first African to lead the WTO, negotiated billions in debt relief for Nigeria, championed global trade equity and pandemic response reforms. Why she qualifies: Ngozi is a technocrat with soul. Her global footprint, unmatched expertise, and fearless advocacy for fair trade make her a leader who understands not just African development, but global systems. She brings respect, results, and reform.
Number 3. Paul Kagame, President of Rwanda. Credentials: President of Rwanda, 2000 to present. Former Chair of the African Union. Architect of Rwanda's post-genocide recovery. Achievements: turned Rwanda into a model of urban planning, digital policy, and gender equity. Advocated for African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA. Implemented zero tolerance for corruption and inefficiency. Why he qualifies: Kagame is a symbol of African order and purpose. Loved for his results, feared for his firmness, he brings military discipline, visionary planning, and execution. For many Africans, he is a proof that dignity and development are possible, even after devastation.
Number 2. Ibrahim Traoré, Interim President of Burkina Faso. Credentials: Interim President of Burkina Faso, youngest African head of state, born 1988, former military captain. Achievements: expelled foreign forces and reasserted national sovereignty, became a symbol of youth-led Pan-African revolution, spearheaded anti-imperialist movements across West Africa. Why he qualifies: Traoré speaks a language many Africans feel and but fear to express: independence, dignity, defiance. His message reverberates beyond Burkina Faso. Across Africa, he inspires a generation hungry for true freedom, not just in politics, but in mind and policy.
Number 1. You, the African people. Credentials: 1.4 billion strong, diverse, hopeful, and rising. Africa's true center of power. Why you qualify: no leader can rise without the will of the people. Across the continent, it is you, the teacher, the trader, the coder, the farmer, who build Africa every day. The idea of a united Africa starts with belief, fueled by unity, and led by collective action. The real president of Africa is the people.
Yes, the movement starts with you. The greatest leader is often the one who empowers millions to lead themselves. Without you, no candidate matters. Thus, the number 1 candidate, the one most qualified to lead Africa, is not a politician. not a president. It's you, the African people who vote, build, dream, protest, code, create, fight, and rise every single day. From Soweto to Sokoto, from Cairo to Cape Coast. Because no strategy, no blueprint, no president will save Africa until her people rise with one voice.
Now, before you riot because your favorite isn't top 3 or top 2, relax. This isn't audition tapes for president, it's a highlight reel. And yes, we almost put in Stromae, but it's Belgian anyway. If you had to pick one, Ngozi's competence for global deals, Amina's influence at the UN, Peter Obi's integrity, Faye's youth energy, Traoré's defiance, mixed with you. Africa deserves a super leader assembled from the best elements, but we don't need a demigod. We need systems empowered by people.
Why this thought experiment matters. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a blueprint for unity. Trade corridors, shared currency, continental health architecture, youth parliament, common digital ID. Leaders come and go, but systems endure if people insist. But no vision is risk-free. Authoritarianism could swallow democracy. Ethnic tension could erupt. Corruption pipelines can clog. Cyber threats could bankrupt banks. Climate shocks could drown economies. Unless the vision is personal and the people never sleep.
It's time to imagine and then to insist. A united Africa won't be created in one election, in millions of daily decisions. So now we ask you, if Africa had one ballot, who would you choose? A liberal technocrat? A populist warrior? A UN diplomat? A youthful reformer? Drop your top pick in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this film with everyone who believes in Africa's rise. This is AfroRizeTV, Africa Unfiltered. Until next time, keep rising.